Hey everybody, welcome. It's the Robert Bruton Outdoor Show. I am your host, Robert Bruton. And today it is a very brisk day outside here in West Texas. But what I want to do is we're going to go over what to look for when you're looking at buying a used RV. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that you need to look for. I get a lot of folks coming out that say, oh wow, you know, we got a great deal on an RV, and then all of a sudden they get to buy a brand new roof. So there's a lot of things that you want to look for when you're looking. If you don't know what you're looking for, there's a lot of things to look for. First thing I want to show you is we're going to kind of walk up. This little Joey, it's in pretty bad shape, okay? So I'm going to flip the camera around for you guys right now. There's a couple things I want to show you outside. Okay. Propane bottles. Now these are new propane bottles, but propane bottles have a shelf life on them, okay? Check the dates on the propane, and they'll be down here on the handle of the propane bottle or somewhere around in this area right here, and you'll be able to see a manufacturer's date. Most times when you go to get our propane, that's when you'll find out that that she's they're out of date. Propane bottles are a little expensive, so if you have to replace them, make sure that you get that factored into your deal. Now I want to kind of look up here. This is going to be kind of hard because the sun's in the way, but let me show you right up in here, and I hope that comes out because I can't really see it. But there is, whenever you see a lot of rippledy spots in the front cap, that's a whole bunch of water damage. That's a bad thing. Got all kinds of hail damage on the side of this coach, decals and stuff. I don't worry too much about all that, okay? But what you want to do is you want to look in various places on the coach. Up in the corners is going to be a telltale sign of water damage, and what we're looking for are delamination. And I'll show you guys on another coach what I'm talking about when I'm talking about delamination. But see, like the hot water heater, or this is the refrigerator, excuse me, the refrigerator's all messed up on this side. You know, that cord, that's been fixed. You know, you want to look at stuff. Now here's the thing, let's talk about tires. If you guys have watched the tire safety video, you'll know, let me turn back around here, you'll know that tires, the sidewalls are going to wear out well before the tread. You'd have to be towing a whole lot of places. And I'm going to open the door now and kind of see if we can get out of this deal. All right. So this is a pretty nasty trailer, and I picked this one for a reason so I could show you. But anyway, what I was telling you about the tires is dry rot is probably the first thing that's going to go for you on the tires as far as going out. So you want to check for dry rot on the tires, because if you have to replace all the tires, then that's going to be a little bit expensive as well. So I'm going to flip the camera around again. As you guys can see, up in here, it's all, and I don't know how well it's going to come out on the video, but it's all bubbled up in here. And what you'll feel and what you're looking for is crunchy spots. I don't know if you can hear that either, but it'll sound a little crunchy when you're feeling around. So you want to feel where there's seams and things like that. And if it's a little crunchy sounding, that means there's water damage. If you smell mold, don't walk, run, okay? Because black mold and things like that, not only will they make your family sick, but it's virtually impossible to get out. And you want to open up and look for signs of water damage and things like that up in the coach, and just give it a good physical inspection. You know, you want to look and make sure. Here's the fuses and your breaker box. What I want to, oops, didn't mean to spin it so fast. What I want to tell you about a breaker box is if you see burn marks in a breaker box, again, don't walk, run. That's not a good sign, okay? Things like that can be fixed if you're, but you know, do you really want to, it depends on what you're having to pay for the trailer, okay? If you're stealing the trailer and you can replace that box and make it safe again, you need a qualified electrician to do that. This is not a do-it-yourself project unless you are a electrician, okay? And then here's the bathroom. I'm gonna flip this around again, and basically, as you can see, this is a small little trailer, but the bathroom's not in terrible shape, but the floor has been, if you see a floor and see the difference between the two laminates, that means they've done some work in this floor. It's either been eaten out by termites or there's been some damage here. You don't know. So those are good questions to ask. And we're going to keep doing a few more videos on this subject, so that when you and your family do buy a coach, you don't get something that's kind of nasty. In this trailer, I'm going to tell you something, folks. This trailer, let me spin back around. This trailer's a little bit nasty, all right? But that's where I wanted to start. Oh, and you want to make sure in every coach, let me flip back around. I'm sorry. Do not go camping without a fresh fire extinguisher. Make sure that your fire extinguisher, if you're buying a new coach, just go buy you a new one. Okay, they're not that expensive. You can get them on Amazon pretty inexpensively, but don't not have a fire extinguisher. And then also look, and I don't see any sort of smoke detector. Oh wait, here's the smoke detector right here, and make sure that that dude works. Okay, that's I'm gonna flip all the way back around again. And make sure that all the safety items in this coach work, especially if you're buying an older coach. You want to be able to smell that propane, or have something smell that propane if you're dead asleep. Because if you're dead asleep and you get a propane leak, well, bad as I hate to say this, you're going to be dead. Because, you know, the gas fumes and things like that, that's not something to play with. And not something to not pay attention to, okay? So just make sure that you and your family are safe. But anyway, oh, and I want to show you right up here too. As you can see, all up right in through here, all that is just damage, damage, damage. All right. I know it doesn't probably show as well as it should on the video, but I can tell you this: if it looks bad, it probably is bad. Okay. And I don't want you to get burned or get some dude that's trying to unload his problems onto you. Okay. So anyway, this is Robert Bruton with the Robert Bruton Outdoor Show, and I'm going to be back with more on buying a used trailer. But I wanted to start out with this one because it's if there was a rough one, that's going to be it. But we'll get into more about what to look for and how to find hidden problems so that you don't get burned. Anyway, we'll talk again real soon. Happy camping. This is Bob.